thoughts go where they want to. Hello and welcome to the second episode of Faux News. While you sit there and your lifespan gets progressively shorter, we will lie to you to make you feel better. Here at Faux News, we are not afraid to tackle these serious issues, no matter the consequences. We are here to expose reality in a different light. No softball topics. We expose the underlying currents that change social context. Today's topics: carrier pigeons. It is a little known fact that carrier pigeons are the last leg of the dark internet. Used by terrorists, drug lords, and Girl Scouts gone wrong, this fact is so secret that we could not find anyone or any evidence to support it. Just this morning in Odessa, New Mexico, the police raided a facility but could not find anyone or the operation itself. They claimed that they had a false lead on a false issue, but had to investigate by law as the word terrorist was used in the accusation. Our take on it is: you cannot see the internet, so don't judge. And this just in: the artist formerly known as Yo Mama Bin Pippin was arrested today after allegations that he was hazing at a fraternity party. The 49-year-old, best known for his portrayal of Dorothy in 7 Years a Sex Slave, was caught at an impromptu wedding reunion trying to impersonate the bride. He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for his faux pas of having a beard while kissing the groom. You may be asking, where was the bride? But as this was not a scheduled impromptu wedding reunion, she was busy shoe shopping at her favorite Mexican restaurant. Here at Faux News, we pride ourselves for having a show with integrity. I must therefore apologize that last week I said something that could be misconstrued as a fact. I would like to assure you that we have a full dedicated staff to research and make sure our content is free of anything that could be true. Our goal is to pervert lies into something that is askew of common consistent sets of reality. Today we get to end this segment with something uplifting: the US government. All around we hear references to the government and how it is a large part of our lives. So it is time for us to do a deep dive to really understand what it is and how it affects people. It is common knowledge that the US government was responsible for creating the calendar year, thus starting 1 AD. It was founded by the baby Jesus in a drunken stupor as one of the 9 miracles of Alexandria. The first president was George Washington, who got his name by washing a metric ton of cotton. In the early years of the government, his secretary or administrative assistant made a clerical error and filled in the wrong bubbles of an official form, thus eliminating all branches of government except 3. These 3 became known as the trifecta. Over time, the trifecta created a clever negotiations tool known as bureaucracy. The trifecta used this tool to benefit the US citizen by making sure that no illegal influences snuck into the country. Ironically, nothing but illegal influences snuck into the country due to the tool itself. Of course, nobody could be blamed, as it turns out this is a very complicated subject. For example, the US government is apparently made up of 50 states. In all of physics, I can only name solid, liquid, gas, plasma, and depression. The trifecta is responsible for these states, but at the end of the day, the government is controlled by some guy named Nick Girosforos. Apparently, he purchased it several years ago in a silent auction. Nick was very clever in that he purchased the US government on loan for $16 trillion, and now that he owns it, he has turned the debt over to the taxpayers. So now the question is, what will Nick do with the government of his? Insiders are suggesting that he's pitching the sale to China in return for technology where he will be able to control our thoughts and actions. Of course, we don't know if this has already happened. But would it matter to us? To you? If your thoughts and actions were initiated externally to yourself and you had little influence over its projection into the public medium, would you be a happy bee moving through the eternal winds of life? I say that you are by construct, so you're probably asking, is there anything behind the collective unconscious pushing content into it? Similar to how our subconscious is being fed only to end up with our pretend reality, making a post in each other's position? I would argue that there has to be something from which the construct evolved. We are but a cog in the machine, but details do matter. In fact, it is possible that the details matter as much as the construct itself, or there's no point in having either. I guess I should point out that there's no evidence that a point matters, but I am a romantic at heart. And so there you have it. I end this segment with good news. Nick is no more important than anyone else, and he probably isn't any happier. That's it for this episode. I hope to see you next time in The Episode After 2. See you then.